I have a lot of old rusty tools that I've been picking up at boot sales, and I've been saying that I'm going to do something with them one day. Well, you know what? Today's that day. My plan is to have several different goes at rust removal. First, I'm going to use something you've probably got in the house, some limescale removing toilet cleaner. Now, I don't know what the active ingredient is, but I think the fact that it removes limescale is what you need. I've not done any research on what brand or what one works best, so maybe that's a video idea for someone else. So I'm going to get one of these hammerheads in here and leave it to soak for a couple of days. Next, I've got a dedicated rust remover. I just got this from Amazon. Now, I've used Evaporust before and it worked well, but it's quite expensive. This stuff is quite a lot cheaper, but it looks like it's slightly more toxic. Probably should be wearing gloves for this. I will get some for the next stage. So again, just getting my rusty hammerhead in and then I'm going to submerge it in this liquid. And we're going to leave it at least overnight. So I think that's my quickest first part of a video ever. Get these sealed up and I will see you tomorrow and we'll see how we get on with these. Good morning. So I think I said I'd give this 2 days, but reading the instructions, this one says overnight. So I thought, let's do it the same, and then that seems like a fair test. So now I need to get them washed off. I've got some hot soapy water here. I've also got some rubber gloves. So I'm going to get these out, give them a wash, and see how they look. Okay, this is the toilet cleaner. Definitely removed some rust. Let's see how the other one looks. I think I'm feeling a little disappointed and quite surprised by the results. So the actual one in the dedicated rust remover, it's done some bits, but it's not looking great. Yet the toilet cleaner one looks much better, but it's not really something I want to be using all the time. So surprising results and not that successful. But I have a third hammer and a third method I want to try. I've got myself a bench grinder. Now this one comes with a wire wheel already attached, which would be great for removing rust. Well, that's the plan anyway. Before I start to use this, I want to get it secured to the bench. So I have a scrap of wood I'm going to get it mounted to. It has a couple of mounting holes, this, and this is why I keep my small little bits of pencil, so I can get them in the hole and mark out where these need to be drilled. I want the heads of the bolts to be recessed, so first I'm going to drill down with a Forstner bit about halfway through this board. The Forstner bit has left a nice hole in the centre, and I can use that as a guide to line up a 10mm bit and drill the rest of the way through. Before I get it attached to this bit of wood, I need a way of securing it to the bench, and I'm going to use the vise. So I have a piece of 2x2. I'm going to get in here, clamped up, get some glue applied, and then get that bit of wood on top. Let's get this flipped over. Get this on, no, that way up. Drop some bolts into place and tighten them up. Okay, let's get it set up in the vise. These wire wheels can shoot off some of their wires as they're spinning, so I'm going to go for some protective clothing. I wear a nice thick apron, and I got myself a visor. So let's give this a go with the third hammer. Well, that worked amazingly. It looks fantastic and it's really fun to do. So I think I'm going to grab the other hammerheads and give them a go. Well, that worked really well. It's done a beautiful job of cleaning that up. But what was interesting when I did the other two was what a nice job it did of that as well. They've come out much more shiny and they were much easier to do. So clearly the rust removal process had worked well. It just needed a quick touch on the wheel to remove the last bit, but you probably could have done it with a little bit of sandpaper as well. Anyway, or just even a hand brush. So that did work well, but doing it all by the wheel was a really fun process. So I think that's going to be my go-to method from now on. So I will put a link to this chemical remover down below. You can probably find some toilet cleaner yourself. This machine I got was some dead stock. It was the only one I could find for sale anywhere. But I did find another one that looked very similar on Amazon. It's slightly more powerful actually, which I think is great. Not that this struggled at all. It didn't slow down even when I was really pushing a hammer into the wheel. So I think this has plenty of power, but having slightly more would be good. So I've got a link to that one down below that I would have got if I hadn't found this one. So yeah, I've got loads more tools to do now, and I think I'm going to do it all on the wheel. So thank you for watching. Thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.